That's live. Right, let's go. So, last time we cleaned up in Bajeba. So, I keep clipping my glasses on my mic stand. It's a little bit of a problem. What am I doing? So we did everything in Bajeba, I think. Which means the next thing to do is get in trouble. One of these guys. Here goes. Can't get my pop filter to a place I'm happy with. Hey, thanks for coming. I also love this game. Possibly. No, it is not my first run. This is. I think I worked out. This is the 12th time between this and the original version that I've played. It's the third time I've played Zodiac Age.
Vayne has left not a thing to chance.
So yeah, I know it pretty well. Not like speedrunner well.
The resistance has fallen into Imperial
I
hands.
love
woman by the
watching the
name of
speedruns. I think
Amalia.
speedruns incredible. I've never quite
I
had
would
the courage
rescue
to
her,
try it for
but I
myself.
need your help.
This resistance leader, this Amalia, she must be very important. You understand I've my position to consider.
Would you let us see Larsa? He's got my friend with him.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa's cortege has already rejoined the Imperial detachment. I am told they will depart for Rabanastre upon the arrival of the fleet this eventide.
One of those scenes I really didn't understand the first time I played the game. This is all the complicated stuff. You really have to have a good sense of how medieval politics works to know what's actually going on with all the stuff about like Bash's position and what Ondor has said publicly and stuff.
For you to calm down.
Captain Ronsenberg, surely the exigencies of position are not lost on you. Why, indeed, you should find the enemy's chains an easy burden to bear.
Wait. Sorry. Can't be helped.
Summon the guard.
I still think the voice actor kind of fluffed that line.
Taken to Judge Geese.
The accent on them is not great. The Bajeban accent is the one that doesn't quite work throughout the entire game.
Those decrepit basking fools in Arcades tie my hands, and look what happens. I tell you, this country's obstinacy knows no bounds.
The insurgents in Rabanastre operate alone at present. However, should they garner external support, the situation could worsen. We have found the counter-imperial elements in Bujerba to be conspicuously well-funded. No doubt Marquis Ondor is behind this. Ondor must be reined in.
By the way, the Marquis has written us a letter. He claims that he's recaptured our runaway. He's given him to Geese.
He will die by my hand.
Your fraternity is moving.
These scenes are so good, though.
Peace returns with Larsa. Tomorrow morning they will leave Bujerba. See him home safely, Gabranth. Now I'm expecting Dr. Sid. You may leave.
All these little pieces that are being set up now that are only going to pay off in like 50 hours from now.
Yes.
And even then, only if I'm quick about all the optional stuff.
After shadows, the fools. Ah, yes. The reins of history back in the hands of man.
It is one of those movie phone conversations where clearly the other person isn't saying anything.
I was kept waiting fully 2 years. What news of Arcades? Our honored members of the Senate.
Hard at work, as always. Trying to find a dagger for your back.
They are welcome to try.
This is why I tend to play games. I don't play this one in Japanese, but most of the time when I'm playing Japanese games, I play with the Japanese audio because I'm trying to learn Japanese. It does help. I think it's not the be-all and end-all, and you've got to... you have to do some study as well, but it's always good to hear how the language is used. This lift makes me nervous. It has no rails, and they are like several thousand feet above ground. It would be windy. Do let me know if I say anything and like clarification on meaning or anything.
The prisoners, my lord.
Majesty.
After what you've done, how dare you? You're supposed to be dead.
Come now, come now. Have you forgotten your manners? This is hardly the courtesy due the late Princess Ashalia Benargin Dalmasca.
Judge Geese is such a shit.
To be sure, she bears no proof of her former station, no different than any mean member of the insurgents.
I want to voice act characters like this.
His Excellency the Consul asks the Ministry of the Disthroned
His Excellency the
Royal Family
Consul.
for restoring peace to Dalmasca. Those who foster instability and unrest, who claim royal blood without proof, they shall meet their fate at the gallows. There are no exceptions.
I will not play puppet to Vayne.
King Ramanas entrusted me with a task. Should the time come, he bade me give you something of great importance. It is your birthright, the Dusk Shard. It will warrant the quality of her blood. Only I know where to find it.
Wait. You took my father's life. Why spare mine now? You would have me live in shame.
If that is your duty, yes.
Stop being so stubborn. Keep on like this and you're gonna get us all killed.
Don't interrupt.
What?
The way that status is used in this scene.
That stone.
It was in the palace treasure.
Yup.
Splendid. You brought the stone with you. This spares us a great deal of trouble.
Don't give it to him!
Vaughn doesn't know what
You have
he's
to
doing.
promise. No executions.
A judge's duty is to the law. Take them away.
My lord.
Lady Ash is to be quartered separately.
Thanks for following. I stream this a couple of times a week, generally, along with other things. I look forward to seeing you again. Enjoy your food.
Vayne Solidor, what fascination does this hold for you?
So you were carrying it all along. The Fate's jest.
Tell these fates of yours to leave me out.
Keep quiet!
There was nothing else
Yeah,
we could
like
do. You know that.
Oh, I understand. Honor, duty, and all that. I still can't believe that was a princess.
Keep quiet!
These are really, really naff guards as well.
The Marquis has been busy.
Not lightly did I beg his aid. Listen, it's been a full 2 years. I alone have kept Her Majesty safely hidden. I doubted friend and foe alike. I could trust nobody.
You did your duty, and mine for me.
I'm getting her out. I need your help.
Of course.
Right. I do not need protect in this environment. Even though, like, so many people that I know got stuck playing this game on this level. And I have never played this game without grinding way past, like, the threshold of safety. Before this point. I always come here, like, 5-10 levels ahead of the curve. Which makes it kind of a boring level, actually. At some point, I should do a non-power leveled playthrough just to see what the problem is.
See that red web of light spanning the passageway? It is a mechanism to detect intruders within the ship. Break one of those beams and an alarm will sound, summoning the guard. The alarm should cease after a time, but it's better to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Come, Her Majesty awaits.
The hunts don't by themselves give a lot of XP, but because you're doing so much more, like, wandering around areas where there are enemies, you pick up a fair amount of juice. Although honestly, like, this game is so much more about gear than it is about levels. Levels don't do that much. Magic, maybe. What's the rate that doesn't raise the alarm? I'll do it properly. This way. Yeah. And of course, the hunts do give fairly good license point rewards. Where do I need to go? I mean, like, FF12 handled the problem of alarm. There are two approaches to the problem of alarm noises in video games, right? One approach is you make the noise really annoying so that it's really obvious when it goes off. And the other is you make the noise really trivial so that people don't notice when it goes off. But it doesn't actually, like, ruin the play experience for anyone. And FF12 has always been in the latter category. Because frankly, the alarms aren't important for anything. Ooh, Reflect Gar. That's why it's important to check these chests, because we're going to need that Reflect. In a bit, we're going to need that Reflect for clever strategies. Where am I going? I'm going that way. There's a chest somewhere. Where is it? Ah, okay. It's not a chest. That's not the way. This is the way. Yeah, it doesn't need to be like a big blaring siren in an action game. Don't poison Vossler. He's annoying, but he's not. He doesn't deserve to die of poison. Some playthroughs I get really pissed off at Vossler. I'm interested to see if it happens again this time or not. Someone here's got poison, right? Thought? Nope. I do have some antidotes, but fuck it. Which one is the prison? Prison is south. That's right. Is this the really funny fight where you can just cast Dark on 4 Imperial judges once? Oh no, only one of them's a judge, that's right.
Fear not their numbers. Take down the leaders and the others will follow.
Yep. Some of the death noises are pretty ridiculous. Oh. It's always irritated me how long these congratulations screens last. Because then I always forget that I need to press the button. Here's a number 1 brick. Right, so those are the Moogles. Can't remember, these might have a spell here that I need. No, okay. What else would be a good idea? Oh, you got one of those. Those bad. Immune blind is a pretty good idea. I've got a bangle. Okay. Anything to sell? No. One of these cells has a princess in, one of them has nothing in. And I can never remember which is which. I think the reason people probably get stuck here is that you have to go through that first boss fight to get to the save crystal. Oh, this is the princess.
You are unharmed?
Vossler,
Majesty.
It's nothing. I'll be fine.
The fainting spell there is so unnecessary.
You...
Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Penello's still out there.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
We will talk later.
Right, what job was I going to give Ash? Ash is White mage. That's right. And she gets Ulan later on. Right. White magic 1, white magic 2, white magic 3, white magic 4. Don't need to go higher than that. Magic law. Advantage of all this grinding, of course, is that I already have loads and loads of LP to spend. That's right, she gets some green magic as well. Might as well have that. Just pick up everything we can. Martyr's too good to pass up on. That's right, Bangle. I don't have any rods. What else is up here? And which quickenings is she supposed to get? Is that quickening 50? That's 75. So she does get that one. What's up there? I'm going to be able to get up to the quickening. Some of this stuff is useful. I think all the other really useful stuff is like out to the sides, but that's one character with the Golden Amulet license already. That's a good start. What else is around the extremes here? What else have we got? Spellbound would be good. And now we can have Protect on everybody. What's that, 50? Oh, I'm one short of getting both of those. What's out here? Damn it! Could have had the extra HP. Always check everywhere. Anywhere else worth spending stuff on at the moment? Probably not. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Back to the Moogle. There isn't anything in this cell, I think. Yep. Okay. Back to the Moogle. Sell me a rod. Is the serpent rod? Yes. So I could buy a bunch of those, but I don't have the license anyway, so I'm not going to bother. And now... Where's the immune to blind? I've forgotten what it is. I think immune to silence, actually. That's a bad idea. And down here, L-I-N-E, protect. She protect, she attack, but most importantly, she have Shakespearean crisis about legitimacy of monarchy. I can't make that rhyme off the top of my head. God damn it, now I really want to make that meme work. Let's go.
Majesty, we will cut you a path.
I will not place my trust in the sword of a traitor.
Yet trust his sword we must, traitor or no. I see no other way. We track back, commandeer a ship and make our escape.
I do love the way their dialogue is written, specifically the noble characters.
Her Majesty cannot abide weakness.
It's such a good.
Herself.
It's such a good balance between making it sound like an elevated dialect and not going full like ridiculous 80s epic fantasy novel The Unknowing. Really just incredibly good. Wait a second. Someone has blind there. Not you. I've forgotten the fucking interface. Where are we? That's the wrong way, lads. Here we go. The flashing does get a bit more annoying with the speed up on. Now, there's a thing we have to remember to do in this room. Once the soldiers stop spawning. If the soldiers stop spawning. Come on, buddy. There we go. We have to go out here and learn about the fact that maps sometimes have invisible areas. Is there another chest in this room? I can't remember. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Right, the source of the anomaly is we're loose, so that's not going to go well, but at least it shuts it up for a minute. Where am I going? Oh, yeah, that's right. This way. Hey, buddy. There are a bunch of chests around here, but if memory serves, none of them have anything particularly worth grabbing. That infused one is important, because otherwise you have to buy it later. But it's a technique, so it's not massively important. Get back here. Where are we going? You can tell that this location, they knew they were designing a one... Ash's gambits aren't on, that's why nobody's getting healed. There we go. You can tell they were designing this location to only be used once, because it's way less kind of well thought out in terms of its layout and its visual design and stuff. Those chests respawned. Some of them have. There might be another reflect guard moat. We need those because the demon wall is a fuck. And I'm killing that sodding wall. Nope. Oh well. Is this the way? This was not the way. No, I don't want to go out that one. Use the other door. No, use the other door, Rebecca. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I've played this game a lot of times.
Vaughn.
It's okay. We're okay.
Geese knows you've escaped. You must hurry. You are Captain Azalus. You will follow me. We must reach the airships before they do.
You would let us leave knowing who we are?
Lady Ash, by all rights you ought not even to exist. That you and Captain Ronsenberg were made to appear dead is like a hidden thread laid bare.
This is so good.
We'll pull at that thread, and we will see what it
lovely to have this 12-year-old boy talking
This is our chance.
such elevated
We must see
language.
this through and get to the bottom of it. I believe 'tis for the good of Dalmasca and the good of the Empire.
Even if it's
Very
also
well
a little
then.
bit absurd.
Thanks, Lamont.
I must apologize. Penelo, for you. May it bring you good fortune.
Thanks.
It bring you good fortune. Instantly drains all her MP.
Let us go.
Time to set Penelo up. She's getting 9th first, I think. Bunch of extra HP, tanky stuff. That's all the accessories. It amuses me to make Penelo Knight. Hey, doll! We're doing the first visit to the Death Star from Star Wars A New Hope, basically. Except there's no Obi-Wan bit. What's on Monk? Something interesting on Monk early? Accessories, that's all weapons. Is that all armor? No, that's lots of HP. What's out here? What I'm doing at the moment is hunting for stuff that might help me break the game in a bit, but I think I'm going to go knight first. It stops being Star Wars pretty quickly after this point, but this section is very Star Wars. I'm not going to do her licenses now, actually, because I can't equip her, so I don't have any good knight gear. Wrong way. But yeah, so the princess was imprisoned aboard this Imperial battleship, and we have just rescued her. And now we're going to go and fart around in the desert for a bit, for a long time actually. This is Zodiac Age, yeah.
Such a great shame. I must confess, I thought you the one who would help us restore peace to Dalmasca. No matter, we hold the proof of your royal lineage. A maid of passing resemblance will
There's
serve
the
our
line.
purposes now. As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more.
Yoink.
What was that?
The Nethicite.
Your Majesty does not disappoint. Ever quick to spurn an honorable surrender, as was your father.
This guy's such a jerk. Like,
You know nothing of my father!
Geese is just pointlessly unpleasant. And just... yeah, I don't know what his weapon's supposed to be. Like... On the other hand, he can cast Arrow, which I very much want to be able to do. I can't remember where you get the Arrow spell. It is between now and the boss I'm worried about, I'm pretty sure. Screw you, old man. Warframe is not reality, doll.
An Atomos. All skiff, no ship. Hardly fit for a leading man.
So I can fly it then?
You're mad.
Oh, man.
Can't we go faster? Not yet.
Yes, doll. The developers of Warframe were not accurately recreating physical reality. In reality, when you use a fan as a weapon, it works more like a...
Hasn't gone too fast, they'd have noticed.
Oh, what's the word? The giant paper fans that Japanese comedians hit one another with. Doll, I swear to God. Why is every conversation with you about Homestuck? Why is it always Homestuck?
Balthier, your handkerchief. I thought you might want it back.
I shall wear it close to my heart.
I don't really know why Balthier gives Penelo his
Perhaps
handkerchief
you
in the
forget
first
all
place.
that Ondor has wrought.
I do not forget, Majesty. It was by his counsel.
That's
dangerous
not
though it may have
true, doll.
able to
It's
free
more than 70%.
You must meet with him.
You
Your
are
Highness, and
Homestuck.
give ear to his words. He may act in league with the Empire, but his heart is not.
It is as he says. I ought not have kept Ondor at so great a distance for so long a time. I have played the fool.
You were only being cautious.
Majesty, I would ask you for some time. On our own, we struggle in vain to restore Dalmasca. I must search out some other way. Until I should find it, I would have Basch remain at your side. Doubt him you may. But I measure his loyalty to Dalmasca no less than my own.
I love... This is... Now...
I know you would not speak so lightly. Very well.
Keep her well.
I suppose if I knew Umineko better, you'd talk at me about Umineko a lot more. But... Can I really find time to play Umineko? Stream it and do a voice acting read along where I give all the characters like my full selection of toffee British accents. Just to really fuck with you all. I'm not trying to imagine what it would sound like to do my... You haven't heard my Boris Johnson voice. Boris Johnson going, Oni-chan. Morbid. Actually, Oni-chan is a bad one for the Boris Johnson accent because it's all about vowel sounds, whereas the Bojo accent is all kind of consonants. Any new magic? Any new magic? No. I don't think so. Almost at 69,000 steps. Is there a porn parody of the 39 steps called the 69 steps? There must be, right? Where am I going? Oh. Right. Rule 1 of how to play FF12, like, just fucking buy all the HP licenses. All the time. Early game, you want as much HP as possible. It makes everything so easy. In fairness, I haven't played most decade-old games. I am notably ungamed over the last decade. There's stuff around here that I care about. No, what have we got here? It's time for implausibly buff Penelo. Who is also an MP battery. I should play an MGS at some point. I'll be really bad at them. What was that? It's Headsman, yes. Keith. Also, all the, like, this is an actual serious legit tip. All the gain MP after doing a thing are, like, really, really good, and you should get them all. This really is a game that's about kind of... Where are we? No, she just get that quickening, but she didn't need it yet. Anything else around here? That's all battle law. like for the later kind of optional levels, which are well worth doing because they're a cool set of challenges. Self-sustaining characters are like the thing, because you will burn through your kind of native MP stocks very, very quickly. But, you know, that's fair enough. This reminds me of that time in my childhood when, yeah. Shields. They might be this protective shop. That's why. Okay. I was like, why is Fran showing that staff as an upgrade? She shouldn't be. It's because she didn't have a staff equipped. Where's the armor shop? Okay, it's this way. I never shop in Bejerba, so I can never remember where the shops are. Because the Rabanastre shops keep pace with all the other shops in the game. Except maybe Balfenheim? It's one of those little structural things they do to get you to consider, like, this your hometown. Oh, of course we're up to Heavy Armor 2, and that's the one that I skipped over. What else have we got? Can't get in the next magic armor, which is the one I use for most of my characters. There are euphemisms we could use. Look at all those licenses I bought, and I skipped that one. That's better. Gambits. Yep. Actually, I should stick with Bush for now. Fenella hasn't quite overtaken him. I mean, so the thing with FF12 is it's got much more in common with the MMOs than it has with the with the single player games. Like, you'll play this and you'll be like, oh, this is where they got a bunch of FF14 ideas from. I mean, you'll get on better with Dragon Quest because Dragon Quest is good.
When Vossler learned my
But also because it's cruel.
The night of the treaty signing, he returned to Rabanastre, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
Also, yes, there are the FF12 raids.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion. Of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Bejerba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
I once knew a girl whose only wish
Play DQ first, honestly. before, like, play DQ before you play any of the like classic FF games.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vayne. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birth.
You'll get a much better experience of, especially FF7 to 9, if you understand how they are branches from the Dragon Quest tree. Play like DQ5 first or something.
Princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless.
7 is worth playing.
You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know.
Both is so full of shit.
Too.
Honestly, FF13 I think benefits from having played FF7 first. It's very much a game that's about FF7 in a bunch of ways, and like built on top of FF7 design ideas. Not for nothing was Nomura's brief for designing the character of Lightning, like design a female Cloud.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard. It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
A thing that the HD port has done is that you can see that they animated the tongues inside their mouths, which, one, that's fucking absurd for a PS2 game.
What do you think? A bit over the top.
But also it makes the lip sync work a lot worse because it's animations for Japanese. Also, they really don't make enough hay out of this voice changer device.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
You can't.
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much?
You're a sky pirate, aren't you? They obviously are going to kidnap princesses for no reason.
The King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
Oh, he's... I forget which of the major VAs he is, but he's a fairly well-known guy.
Royalty is a serious offense.
Also, like, extremely James Masters, circa Spike era Buffy.
Allow me to escort you in Vosla's place.
Like, I cannot believe for a second that Balthier wasn't largely inspired by Spike.
Then I'm coming too.
Penelo.
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
Of course it would be a WoW that you know him from. He's done other stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that's like, people constantly undersell the import of Vaan, and one of the things is that he doesn't really like understand the concept of royalty. Like, and he doesn't give a shit about it, and he doesn't understand all these really complicated rules that attend on like what Ash can and can't do. And that's kind of really important for how the piece works.
Dr. Cid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vayne. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zekt, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
A thing that didn't quite
I cannot see my own son's heart.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
My lord.
I would like my year and a half of really caring about WoW back too.
So then,
Many of us have given too much of our lives to Blizzard.
the Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth.
The
Once
Arcadians,
in the past, I laid siege to your homeland.
more of the Arcadians should have
Republic
better
of Landis
British
is long since
accents.
gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
I still don't know quite what they thought Gabranth's
But
accent
what
was
of your
supposed to be.
brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Yeah, the level of detail work that's gone into this game is staggering.
My sons
They did this on PS2 for fuck's sake.
again.
And it, almost all of it survives the transition to HD really, really well. And then there's just this odd bit here and there that doesn't.
Wow. This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in Yacht from here onwards.
Yep.
Across the Sand Sea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb below.
I mean, we could go across the Sand Sea, but
Skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
there's also side quests to do.
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
At least we thought to bring entertainment.
Oh yeah? Says who?
The kids bickering is good. I really love, you just hear the odd background line of Penelo dunking on Van, and it's really, really good. She's so underused. Right. That's a downgrade. I do need those, I think. Cura! Arrow! Gravity, which I will almost certainly never use. Don't need Poach Neurology at this stage. Anything else to care about? This is where I should have fucking re-equipped. Damn it. Yeah, it's it is very endearing. Oh, I already had one. Oh, god damn it. Wasting money. Where's your next Katana's license? It always weirds me out seeing Kogorasumaru as a sword name, because Kogorasumaru to me is the name of the protagonist's team in Air Gear, which obviously was named after the sword, not the other way around. But it just always seems very. It's always jarring to see. That's not a recommendation to read Air Gear, by the way. Very definitely not. Wait, no. Did I not just buy a katana? Maybe I didn't. There we go. And I want to check Pinello for Ancient Sword. Why don't you have the license for Ancient Sword yet? Is that Swords 3? It is. Haven't bought it again, come on. Right. Back to Ravenasta we go. To pester a Moogle for jobs. I'm trying to remember what unlocks at this stage. It's not really a big set of unlocks. The big set of unlocks is after the next dungeon. I think there are a few things though. Oh, there's the Wyvern Hunt, which is a really annoying one because it's a flying enemy and I don't have telekinesis yet. Is it just this one? Cheryl in the weapon shop. I'll just check. Arrow is the important magic, and I've got that one. It's always worth making sure you're up to speed on all the spells. It's not you, you're someone else. The Sotted Imperial is not for this. I always get confused because there's this quest that I'm picking up at the moment, but there's also the Earth Tyrant side quest that you can start at this stage, and you need to speak to the Sotted Imperial at a point in that quest, but not this point. This is like There Are Some Good Arcadians quest. Paying out of his own wallet for a hunt to stop this wyvern that he's worried about being a threat to Ravenasta. It's like, you're still in occupying power, dude. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Possibly the moose hunt is available now. Although we definitely can't do that yet. No, okay, it's not. So there's probably nothing new at the clan shop, but check everything just in case. And then we'll go and cross the desert. Killing everything we see along their way because we need loot. Can I do the thing with you yet? It's time to bully a rabbit. So that I can get the diamond armlet later. All the answers to that quest are the most bullying answers possible. Gauntlets, oil, decoy. No, I don't care about any of that stuff. Oh my god. Watch out for the best animation in the game. The Moogle's goodbye animation is so cute. As is the little hat tip. Oh boy, it's a sandstorm. Watch me get murdered by an elemental. Because when they warn you about sandstorms bringing out the elementals in the Westersand, they are not kidding. I'm going to go this way. Equally, maybe we'll get to see one, which would be cool because the Entite elementals in this are one of my favourite enemy designs in a video game ever. Vaughn, please open the treasure. There we go. There should be an elemental in this zone. There we go. Look at this. Look at how cool these things are. That's the Earth one. It's one of the less impressive ones, but I think they all look pretty cool. Take a wrong turning here and end up in the Zertinan caverns if I'm not careful. Okay, here we go. Minor digressions. This gets us to where we need to be. And now the Sand Sea. I honestly think like this next area was probably where I fell in love with this game. You know, I like lots of things about it, but this is the first kind of point where you experience the game as it is. Like, we're just going to go and we're going to walk through this open area for the next hour or so. Which not going to take us an hour, actually, on this version of the game, but it certainly took me an hour the first time I did it. Plus, ever since I read Dune, I've had a thing for like big desert locations. Even if Dune is kind of garbage.
So, where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross
Yeah,
the
like
Yensa, and beyond that the Nam Yensa before we reach
I've
the
said
tomb.
before that
An
this game is
expanse a bit
mostly
larger still
like
than all of Delmaster.
going on 3 or 4 long journeys
If you grow
in the
tired,
middle of
we
nowhere
stop
while the
and take
main
rest.
like historical events happen elsewhere. This is the first one that's a really big journey.
You are at that.
Also, that cutscene's really nice. Where... Oh my god, that's the mace I just bought. Like, where Basch just has this slightly paternal moment with Penelo. There isn't a lot of Basch-Penelo interaction in the game, but it's good. Any chests? No, okay. Why are there 2 urns here? That's the map. What's this one? Why the hell did they move the maps to there? It used to be really nice detail that the maps were slightly missable for these areas. Not like permanently missable, but like you had to go a bit out of your way and you had to do some exploring to find them. Give me your fruits. Little plants, give me your fruits. Nope, okay. The fact that the Elrounds, when they die, they have an animation where they can like get knocked backwards and land on the points of their helmets and get stuck upside down in the ground is a really nice detail. I say that now and none of them do it, but never mind.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskins build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst.
This is so much a reference to like the Russian invasion of Afghanistan.
List of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm. As I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken.
I mean, you very much were lending your arm when Rassler died. You literally carried the dude.
I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
Something far worse.
I see.
Jowers.
So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb.
I like how the first time that I'm streaming this game by myself, with no peanut gallery to make Star Wars jokes, I immediately start making all the Star Wars jokes myself.
Your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Urutan Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors.
Jawas and their pet dolphins. I feel like it'd be really, really uncomfortable to ride fish in a sand sea. Especially the ones that are clearly submerging themselves completely. I know that these guys are kind of like vaguely insectoid in nature, but still, you get sand in all your kiting. Also, you can tell that shot wasn't composed for widescreen.
Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention. Let's quit this place while we still can. Move!
Vossler! Have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
That's a sly line Vossler has there. Because his idea of what we're going to do with the Dawn Shard is not the same as Ash's at all. There's a fruit. There's another one. Right, nobody step on the trap. Vossler. That's the sword that I just bought for Penelo. So originally, the map for this location was up here. On this little kind of cul-de-sac dead end. I don't quite know why they just moved both maps to the start of the area. Is this the heel trap? That's the heel trap, yes. I mean, the Urutan Yensa specifically are just, like, incredibly Jawa. I can't comment on, like, the lines of musical influence that produced this game. Like, I know shit about Japanese games music composers. What? That's a golden amulet. What the heck? Let's get this LP in. That's also way early. Like, the first time you can get the golden amulet in the original version of the game, you can get one from a side quest which you can complete. I don't think you can even complete it until after the next, not this part of the game, but the next one. Where am I going? Where am I going? I need to go right this way. I mean, to be fair, all this scholar is a bitch who talks a lot. Like, that's like what we do. Sometimes we write a lot, I suppose, but same principle. A lot of words. This is one of those areas that really feels different if you're doing it with a speed up on, because in the original it is a slog. It's really, really long. But here we just go flying through it. Something does feel a little bit lost. I'm also going faster than I did the first time I played the game because I know the game a lot better, so I know what I'm doing. being massively overleveled doesn't hurt. But as is probably obvious from the way I'm playing this, the Yensa are not terribly dangerous individually. They have a lot of moves that can cause problems, especially if like one of them puts you to sleep and another casts dark on you and you're not well leveled, and it can mount up very quickly. Fishies! Yes, this way. So here is a missable side quest. And if you don't do it, the boss at the end of this area is a fucking nightmare. I don't know if the bye. I don't know if it's so much of a time save to do this that it features in the speedrun. But we do need to do it. I need to do it. Because otherwise the boss is really annoying. Because again, flying enemy. This point actually. Yes. Tomatoes! Render unto me your fruits. No chests. That's the other thing they can do to you that sucks. They can try attack you. Which is a special move that can happen very, very quickly and do an enormous amount of damage if you're on level par. If you are trundling along in a safe area and suddenly one of your characters is at marginal HP, probably they got tri-attacked. I need to change gambits. Gambits. The main thing we're here to do is kill this tortoise. It's the easiest tortoise boss in the game. But it does need killing. That's correct. Back we go. That was the ancient nemesis of the Irritans. Gambits are just low-level programming. It's like real simple, honestly. There are a few of them where it's not entirely obvious what the condition means until you see it in use. So, like, if you set a gambit on the ally status poison. No, if you set a gambit with ally any cast cure poison, for example, that doesn't mean that the character will just chain cast cure poison. They'll only cast it where the character's actually poisoned. So the thing with that is there's no execution in this game. Well, I suppose you could, if you really wanted to make it difficult, you could play without gambits on active rather than wait. So, just to clarify what I mean by that, if I open the menu now, the gameplay pauses. You can set it to active, and the gameplay won't pause while you have the menu open. So it's more like Kingdom Hearts. Which is kind of unplayable, but some people play it that way because they like having the direct control. Where is he? Oh, I remember what I have to do. I didn't actually mean to attack those, but never mind. We do know a lot about you and Suffering Doll, yes. It's the Uritan Yensa Queen, who was clearly intended to be an optional boss at some point, and they just never actually put her in. Like, I think there was going to be more Uritan Yensa stuff, and it got cut for scope. Because this is literally the only time this model appears. And, like, it's a really detailed model. And hey, an actual, like, Sand People Hive level would have been really cool. Also, they leave this scene directly past where we're standing and don't do anything, even though they've been attacking us on sight. Yoink. Exit berries, we need those. And because I've already picked them... Oh no, it does pay. Okay. I think the idea is that she casts, like, a spell. Because that animation is shared with one of the, like... I think that ability is called Sandstorm. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. Anyway, that's important because the boss coming up is allergic to those berries. Damn it, give me fruits! The reason I'm yelling about fruit is because it's really valuable loot, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. It's like 350 a pop. Varn, open the damn box. Thank God. One problem with... I suppose I said there's no execution in this game. There's chest opening execution. Because basically every animation the characters do changes their relation to the context-sensitive box for being able to open the chests. It's something I wish they'd fixed for this version. Just expand the sphere of space from which one can open a chest. Where are we going? Yes, it is this way. That whole side quest is completely missable, by the way. I mean, it is easier. It's a little easier if you don't have an automatic attack gambit. But it's still, like, entering and exiting combat affects it. So if you are standing next to a chest and an enemy targets you, the animation for getting out your weapon will move you out of the hitbox for the chest. And that's really annoying. Back here, not today. I don't have haste, so I can't do anything about this slow. I've got to figure out what it is that makes my chair put my butt to sleep. Because it doesn't always happen, but the last few streams I've really been noticing it. I actually don't want to go out there today. Right area? Yes. The cockatrice designs in this game are so ridiculous, but they're so good. Imagine being a desert bird with, like, lightning blue camouflage plumage. They do actually pack a nasty punch, but not to characters at my level. How are these traps for bastards? If you don't happen to have a character with Libra on, that is pretty mean. It's one of about 3 places in the game where the trap placement is actually mean. Is there anything around here at the moment? Might be a chest. Is there a chest? Yes. 3 chests. Remedy, embroidered tippet. Wait, what's the... Oh my god! I don't think I even knew that you could get double XP this early. What the hell? Who needs double XP? What license is it on? Accessories 5. Yeah, the moving around by rolling is pretty funny. There's something down here I wanted. Yes. Oh, that was a mistake, actually. Cars somewhere here. Yeah, whoops. I need to go and grind 80 license points. God damn it. She's got arrow. Do we have something on the table up here? No. These are both important. What do we got? Magic, ether wall. Ooh, channeling. And more HP. Who am I going to be taking into this fight? Probably Ash. What have we got here? Stuff down here. That's all white magic. I'm being really careful because, not for the boss that I'm about to fight, or the hunt that I'm about to do, but the next thing after that is a bit marginal. It's really supposed to be a thing you come back and do later. Grinding time. Whoops, that was that trap. Okay. 1. Two. Three. 4. 5. 5, 6, 7. Wait, there are traps around here. Be careful. 8, 9. 10. 11. I think I'll just do a loop. The first time I played this game, I actually didn't use Penelo at all, so she was really far behind everyone else. And then when I needed to grind with her, I came here. And I just walked around this area for like 2 hours. Racking up kill chain. Don't put me to sleep. That would be really annoying. Sometimes you get good stuff in the chests, and sometimes you get 9 gil. Because random chest rewards are a weird mechanic. I like them, I think they suit this game in a bunch of ways, but my god are they weird. Especially as somebody with a almost compulsive reflex to poke every interactable in an environment at all times. Okay. Oh my god, the sound effects for the fish dying are so loud. I think somebody didn't quite set that right for the proximity effect of the placing the camera right next to them. What have we got? Nope. Right, this way. It sounds like the sound triggers multiple times, actually. That might not be evident if you're not listening on, like, absurdly high-quality headphones. My PC headphones are also my audio mixing headphones. Speaking of which, I have a new song coming out probably next week. Depending how long it takes me to finish the mix. find time to finish the mix, given that I'm supposed to be reading Umineko as well, and watching Adolescence of Utena. Friends keep asking me to engage with media. I don't understand. I'm probably not going to read Umineko this week. At all. Don't get too excited. How are we actually doing on LP? Varn. Wait, what was the thing that I was after for Varn? I thought it was Varn. I am confused. Certainly wasn't Bolthy. Oh, there we go. Okay, 15 more kills. I mean, I thought it was, but also... Thank you for your excitement. Just a handful more, and then we can go and arrow some mofos. Oh wait, was Varn was... You can get to arrow, that's right. Yes. 6 more enemies. 1, 2. Oops, that's an explosion trap. 3, 4, 5. Ba-bam. Oh, I should really get that. God damn. I think the next things that the channeling would be good. Anything to get more casts off of spells, because we're gonna need them. I'm not gonna be able to get down there. Where am I going? Across the bridge. So the fun thing is the next save crystal is past the next boss. So I have to do this next part without saving. Fortunately, this version of the game has autosave, so it should be fine. And this time I'm going to remember that there are traps. Ash, however, is not going to remember that there are traps. Does anybody know what the shell spell is called in Japanese? It's like, the protect spell is very straightforward, but shell is a metaphor. Protect is just reduce physical damage, shell is just reduce magic damage. But shell gets a name that is allegorical, whereas protect is just literal. These are the questions my brain comes up with when it's left idle for too long. Chantis Jelliver. That is Mystic Armor 4. I wonder... Oh, cool. That's real good. Oh, you see that guy over there? That's who we're here to hunt. Things will go badly if I engage it without preparing properly. Aggro, please. Dull. Thanks, Sari. That is interesting. Oh my god, Ash has no MP. That's going to be hilarious fun. Right. So for this... Arrow. Hey, buddy. Who's healing it? Oh, is it strong to arrow? I thought it was weak to arrow. So the problem with flying enemies is that unless you use magic or ranged weapons, they have very, very high evasion. And I thought that this one was vulnerable to wind elements. Anyway, that's that guy dealt with. Okay. What do we got gambits wise? So the next difficult thing I need to do is beyond a save point. But before we do that, there is one non-difficult thing, which is the next boss. It's a boss I'm going to have to do with low MP, which isn't great. I don't think you get an MP recharge at this point. There is this guy. Where is he? That's right. Stop. That's a spell worth having. Don't need those. Okay, for that stuff. What do we got? Oh, I want to buy so much stuff. Hang on. And that is why we want to get as many fruits as possible. Because they're worth so much more money than anything else that drops at this point. Any of this stuff useful? That's a monk weapon. Don't need that at this stage. That's ranged weaponry. No. And those are... Okay. Where are we? So apart from getting some armor for Penelo, I think we're okay there. But I definitely want one of those. I definitely want 3 of those now, so I never have to think about them again. Immune silence. Don't care about that. Poison sap. Right, okay. For this I do want Fran. She's set to cast arrow. Let's go fight a burb. And get extremely dunked. So weirdly formal. You will now have the option of saving your game. It's not technically a you might not be able to get out of here check because you can just leave. But it's a long way away from a recharge if you can't get past the boss. Anyway, this is some wild architecture. Just like dig a giant hole in this desert mesa and then build a temple in it that has a massive underground area. Lovely architecture design though. Here, burb. And this is why we needed to do that side quest. Because you see how this guy's glowing? If you make him not glow, then he becomes way more vulnerable to magic, and that happens. It's such a Monster Hunter, like, bird design. Vaughn casually tossing his mace and spinning it in the air so that he can break his wrist or maybe his skull. Anyway, now we get to the fun part.
Long ago, the gods granted their favor to King Wraithwall.
After we watch this
who would
cutscene.
oversee the subjugation of a vast territory spanning from Mordalia to Valendia. Here, he forged the Galtean alliance.
Ordalia and Valendia are named in FF Tactics, right?
Upon establishing the alliance, he demonstrated compassion for his people and disdain for needless war. A philosophy passed on to his successors, one that would bring peace and prosperity for hundreds of years to follow. It was during this time of peace that the city-states of Arcadia and Rosaria,
Pay attention to the sword.
each members of Wraithwall's alliance, took root and flourished.
We will be seeing more of this sword.
Wraithwall left 3 relics signifying descent from the Dynast King. Of these,
I just realised he's bare-chested under those, like, bandolier straps.
Shard to my ancestors, the founders of Dalmasca. The last of these relics was the Dawn Shard. It remained hidden here, known only to those of royal blood.
As though the Dynast King foresaw the very plight before us now.
None save descendants of the king are suffered within. If we attempt to enter without proof of such lineage...
There's no guarantee we'll make it out alive. Vicious beasts, fiendish traps, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But you must consider the prize. The Dawn Shard lies
The little noise that Ash makes there is almost inaudible in the original game. Unless you have very good PC speakers. Right. Right. Now I need to set some stuff up. What do I need to set up? The Tomb of Wraithwall. It's Demon Wall time. I like that they take a moment to have someone say, hey, this is a teleporter. Wrong stairs. It's these stairs. We're going to fight that. But we're going to do it a special way. Okay. Do I have ally status reflect? It's the only one I don't have. Okay. Why am I setting it to cast arrow on my party? You'll see. Wait, no, hang on. Wait, I don't want that actually. I don't want to use ash at all. No. Right, they're not doing anything. Good. I did stage 1 of this process correctly. This is why we needed those reflect guard motes on the airship earlier in the stream. Let's do the thing. Such a good animation, this. So fun fact, the first time I played this game, I thought you had to beat this guy to progress. You do have to beat a demon wall, but it's not this one. This one is optional, and it's actually much, much harder. Than the one you have to defeat. Which is why we do this strat. Don't teleport Varn. It's going to teleport Varn. Yep. That's not good. Might be okay. I can't actually see. What's the wake up item? Hurry up. Oh, we're so close. That is what we call a wonky ass strat, but it does work. If you're wondering what happened to Varn, he has a unique status effect. He's in the X zone. Also, so apparently he's... Oh no, Vossler's back there. Okay. I don't know why Vossler's off center. That's a bit weird. He should be directly behind Fran. Off. Fran, I turned you... Thank you. Can't do anything about that until I have also fought the other demon wall. But given that my main party leader damage dealer is currently in the beyond, I'll go and get him back first. Because I think that also clears the reflect. It does clear the doom. No, I don't want to overwrite the save D2. Hang on. I want to be a bit more careful than that. Right. Set you back to Gambit set 1. Set you back to Gambit set 1. Bam bam, ba bam ba bam ba bam. Velocity's Reflect hasn't expired yet, which sucks. There we go. Wrong save file again. Somehow I've become reflexively used to the weird thing that FF13 on PS3 used to do with your save files, where it just randomly shuffled them all the time. I do not trust myself. Is God in his heaven and all right with the world? I think so. Don't need that. Let's go fight the other one. So take note of how long this bridge is. And then how long... Wait for it. Wait for it. This bridge is. Because this wall you actually have to get past. It is indeed a long, long bridge.
The wall comes. We must be quick. Together we can bring it down.
This wall you actually have to fight and get past. The other one you don't, because you can run away from it. And the first time I played the game, I got stuck there for ages. Oh. Varn, why are you still casting Aero? Wait. I don't remember how this game works. Don't X-zone someone. Oh my god, why? That's extremely annoying. I suppose I should have gone in with Shell on actually to reduce the hit chance, but that's very annoying. So this run has 2 characters getting sent to the X-Zone total in the entire game ever. Because literally no other enemy in the game has Telegar. Right. Okay. Have to touch the lights in the right order as well. I love it. There we go. So in the original version of the game, Normally you wouldn't be able to beat that guy, the first of the two walls, on your first time here. But there are strats for doing it. And if you come down here, there is one special chest. It's a bit of a walk. It's a bit of a walk. It leads to this hidden area, which I'm having some difficulty navigating. Oh, Van's back. Jolly good. I didn't know characters could get back from the egg zone. Anyway, there's this chest here. If these slimes can stop spawning for just a second. And in the original game, it contains a sword. Which sword is it? So we're currently on Ancient Sword, which is the second sword of Swords 3. And if I remember rightly, the sword you get here is Demon's Bane, which is the first sword of Swords 5. It's like 4 major plot milestones away. And it is bonkers good. Except that the chest has a small chance of instead being just a knot of rust, which is a useless attack item. So they fixed that by taking away the Demon's Bane and just having it be a Scathe Mote. And the Scathe Mote is nice, but it's not nearly as game-breaking as the Demon's Bane was. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up there for now. We'll do this dungeon and like progress the plot and unlock a huge chunk of side quests next time. I need to stand up and flex my butt so that it wakes up. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the company. And probably more of this on Mondays. Monday seems to be my guaranteed FF12 stream day. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow unless I think of something particularly significant to stream. And Tuesday and Thursday next week, I'm actually doing like an actual co-op game with Val. So we'll see how that goes. Good night, everyone.